Res Radhart Pesia is een kuskelig. Is selgelacht is de melis is sigurd. Yet quakex quaquementsu yet kesen sina hodies pkni. Hello everyone, my fellow Native people, my friends, my relatives, my children. We're going to practice the month of January, the words for the month of January and the days of the week. And we'll talk a little bit also about just little general things about the language after that. First of all, the calendar, all 12 months, is called Sinsina. 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 It comes from the word cien for counting, because you're counting the days. The month of January can be known by two ways. One is stapske. Stapske. I believe that term came when the Jesuits came, or European contact. They brought the calendar, and also at that time they marked the time of the new year by shooting their rifles in the air. It's a way of celebrating the new year. And that's what stapske means, is shooting. And of course we know spkani is the word for month. Stapske spkani. And also it's known by schtu. Schtu. That's shaking hands. The time of shaking hands. That's when everyone wishes each other a good year and hopes that everyone will have everything that they need and that they will stay alive and well for the next year. Schtu spkanis. Schtu spkanis. Sinsina. Stapske spkanis. Schtu spkanis. The days of the week. Stratse. Stratse. Schwe. Schwe. That's this area right here. Tichl asala. Tichl asala. Or etlasala. Etlasala. This area right here. Chatla. Chatla. Tichlmo. Tichlmo. Or elmo. Elmo. Tilchsta. 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 Stle. 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 Spiste ul schwe. Spiste ul schwe. Yesterday was Monday. Spiste ul schwe. Yetlwa utichlasla. Yetlwa utichlasla. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Yetlwa utichlasla. Necheli Mchatla. Necheli Mchatla. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Necheli Mchatla. Sinsina Stapske Spkanis. Stinchtu Spkanis. Stjatse Schwe Tichlasela Ethlasela Chatla Tichlmo Elmo Zilchsta Schle Spiste u Elschwe Yetlwa utichlasla. Necheli umilchatla. That will be all for the oh, excuse me, I have a little bit more in the back. During the month of January or Stinchtuspkanis, Ishek Quis. Huiches Sinkawi. That's the word for the jump dance at the first of the year. Sinkawi. Estilkami. Estilkami. That's the word for that is used when you're doing the jump dance. Estilkami. Esinquene. Esinquene. They are singing. Estilkami. Uesinquene. They are dancing and singing. Sinkawi, Estilkami, Esinquene. At the Sinkawi, lot of us that go every year, we know that's a time of hoping for the best for the coming year. We're hoping that we'll have good health, that we'll have everything we need. We hope that the weather will be good and give us enough moisture and warmth and everything in order that our wild foods will grow, our berries, and praying that we'll have all that we need for that whole year till we get there again next year. And that will be all for the calendar.
Over the years, our people have lived through smallpox, assimilation, and starvation. We've battled alcohol, drugs, and poverty. Now it's HIV/AIDS. Help stop the spread of HIV/AIDS in Indian communities. Educate yourself and your loved ones before it's too late. This is real life. It has real consequences.
Just a little bit of language tidbits. Emphasis is being put on teaching the long form of some of the words. Like, for instance, whether or not you're talking about water or the woods or the land or the trees. There's a long form to a lot of the words. When we're talking just conversation or just common language, the short form is used pretty much. And then a lot of times to explain it a little further, then the longer form is being used. So we'll talk more about that at another time. And I will have some examples of those. Then the next thing I wanted to say is, in the future also we'll talk about family kinships, like the female side of the family and the male side of the family. There's, it just takes a little practice, and it isn't that hard, so we will do some of that. And I wanted to do that because there are some terms that are being left out, and I just want people to remember them and try to use them. And one of them is the words for my mother's father or my father's father. Those words are not hardly used anymore. My mother's father is Sile. Sile. My father's father is Schepe. Schepe. In a lot of places, a lot of times, people will allow their little kids to use Papa. And that's a term that's usually used for father or dad. So in order to not to forget those terms, Sile and Schepe, I'd like to see that used rather than Papa. Of course, that's your own personal choice, but I just want those words to be used more often. Also, I hope to have my advanced language class up and running again, hopefully next week. And I'd like to have them on Mondays, if at all possible. And we have these classes from 9:30 to 3 o'clock, which is approximately 3 hours because we'll be taking breaks. What we were doing is revising the vocabulary word list, and we're putting whole language to those, because some of the lists, they have words listed there which you cannot use by themselves. There has to be something added to it in order for it to be understood well. So that's something we want to do. And so that will be all for today. We hope to have a longer time next time.